Hey everybody, welcome to Wings on Katella, episode 30. We are Wings on Katella. We talk about Orange County sports, the Anaheim Ducks, the Los Angeles Angels, among other things. We're going to focus on the Ducks and Angels today. With us are regular dudes, guys, panel cast, etc. Zach Cavanagh, who will wave at the camera. He's on my bottom right corner. I don't know which corner he's going to be in yours. He is a man of celebrity status, both locally and along the West Coast, as we've recently found out. Thomas Murray, producer of Wings on Katella. He is, deuces. No gang signs, Thomas. Thomas, what were we talking? Oh, hey, happy Great Divide Day. Great Divide Day for you, Mr. Thomas
Yeah,
Murray.
happy new No Econ Music Day.
Yeah, and Jack James. I had in my notes that he was soon to be with us, but he's going to be with us from the start. Recently voted the most popular and best-looking member of the Wings on Katella cast. He is our version of Chip Skylark.
My shiny teeth and me.
I'm so glad you got that, dude. I thought that was going to go way above your
Nope.
head.
Fairly Odd Parents kid.
So friggin' stoked you got that.
And me. Chris
Lance
Kirkpatrick,
Bass, right?
man.
Was it Lance? It was Lance Bass.
Chris Kirkpatrick.
Chris Kirkpatrick. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Today on Wings on Katella,
The least famous of the five of them.
Yeah. We will not talk about the Bill Belichick snubbing. For that, you can check out TST Today Live with Ross Markazi. Here, we're going to talk about the Ducks' most recent run against the Pacific Division, some news about Artemi Panarin, some quick Olympic preview, then some Angels stuff, DFA roundtable, Yoán Moncada, and some prospect stuff that kind of matters among sorts. Before we get going on the Duck stuff, number 30, big round broad number for both Anaheim teams. Who is your favorite 30 of the Ducks and or Angels? Mr. Jack James. That is not Nolan Ryan. I mean, let's be real here, right? Jack James.
Happy Jason LaBarbera episode to those who celebrate. Or number 30 for the Ducks in 2015.
What a stud.
Was he the first or second King to be traded to the Ducks in history?
Oh.
I think he was the first.
Wait. I don't think he was traded from the. He was a King, but I don't think he was traded from the Kings because they got him.
He wore the King's helmet in a game where the Ducks had to slap Ducks stickers on the purple parts of the helmet. I don't remember if he was the first, but he's in there. Yeah.
Thomas, who's your 30, buddy?
I mean, not a favorite, but probably more obscure. I'll go with the former skipper Dick Schofield.
What a stud.
Fun one.
Zachary Cavanagh. Who's your 30, buddy? I'm very worried about where you go with this.
Well, no, we could go with American hero Ryan Miller. That's an option.
That is going to be brought up.
But I have to go with everyone's favorite Stanley Cup champion backup goaltender, Ilya Bryzgalov.
It's only a game.
Why you have to be mad? It's only a big game.
What is this?
Oh, you don't
know this, Thomas?
Thomas doesn't know the lore.
No.
So,
no, I don't. We're not talking about anything other than Ilya Bryzgalov on this show.
What the story was after the Ducks had acquired Chris Pronger from the Edmonton Oilers. There was rumor that he wanted out of Edmonton, and then he got traded to the Ducks the year that they won the Stanley Cup. When they went back to Edmonton, Ilya was being interviewed for some reason by The Score, a network that doesn't exist anymore in Canada. And they were asking him like, "Hey, why do you think the fans here will be mad at Pronger? Do you think they'll boo him?" And he, in his high pitched, very Ilya Bryzgalov was just the most aloof person that's ever existed on the planet, and he goes, "Why you have to be mad? It's only a game."
I think he goes, "It's only a game" first. He looks into the camera, and goes, "It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?"
Hockey, it's only a game.
Yeah, I have it on my phone too.
You have to be mad. He's a good guy. He may be tired to live here, and then because here is in November month is a minus 32. Could you imagine?
I think
8 months.
He's a good guy.
I think Zach does the best impersonation.
Yeah, it's a hell of a place to live. Good point. That's probably like
He's a good guy.
And later on in life,
North Pole.
like a North Pole, yeah. Oh, God, I forgot the whole clip.
It's
Later
the
on in
best.
life, he was the Ducks just gave him up to the Arizona Coyotes because they wanted to do right by him at some point. And so when he was there was rumor about the Coyotes moving back to Winnipeg or something, or maybe him signing in Winnipeg. And he's like, "No, I don't want to go to Winnipeg. There's no parks." It's just like
It's so good.
Yes.
It's so good.
And
Zach,
then,
yes.
and then
Yeah,
eventually when he was on
Zach
20
gets
he was on the Flyers when they were going to the Winter Classic and the HBO was still doing those documentaries.
yeah.
I forget how he got asked these questions, but he got into a very philosophical space.
Oh yeah,
Just the
it's
the
so
universe is
humongous big.
So humongous big.
Um,
He's beautiful like a husky. Husky dog.
I'm gonna go with a friend of the show, Ruben Amaro Jr.
Shout out Victor Faust.
Yeah,
Victor Fath.
shout out
Yeah.
Ton, dude. But yeah, friend of the show. Ryan Miller, simple yes or no. Ryan Miller, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Thomas to be like, nope.
No,
who's no?
He has the most
who-
wins all time for American
Okay.
goaltenders, right? Or is he
Yeah,
second?
well, Patrick Kane shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but whatever.
I mean, that's
It's different story.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
let's celebrate Patrick Kane. Yay. All right, let's talk about the Anaheim Ducks here. Brief recap of the stretch. Gets the Pacific Division. The Pacific.
Specific division.
Yeah. They won, they lost, they lost. They continue to give the Pacific Division points despite having a winning record against them. Let's see. I had it open. Here we go. And of course it closed, and because I had that open hours ago. Let's see. Back-to-back against the Kings, both in overtime or shootout fashion. Beat the Rangers, beat the Avalanche in shootout, which was great. Beat the Kraken in regulation. The only game against the Pacific Division all season long that they have not surrendered at least a point to the Pacific Division. Then they beat Calgary in overtime, and they lost back-to-back against Edmonton, which is a team in Alberta, if you're unfamiliar with them, and also the Vancouver Canucks, or as we put it in the group chat, the effing Canucks. So some good, some bad. They won 7 in a row after losing 9 in a row. They have lost back-to-back. The Edmonton game, obviously, 7-4 does not reflect the score, really. The 2-0 loss to Vancouver last night did not reflect that score, but you still gotta beat the frickin' Canucks because it's
You got to
the
score
Canucks.
against the Canucks.
Yeah, you got to do something there. Zach Cavanagh, going to you. Still problematic. The Ducks have given up 21 points to the Pacific Division while only getting 16 points. So even though they are 8-7-0, they still have given away more points than they have attained against the division. Seems to be still a problem. Is there any fix in the future here that we're looking at? I mean, before we get into the obvious.
I think the thing to remember right now, as much as I think the Edmonton game for the issue that is not like they still played a really good game. They were still right with them. It's a one bad stretch, and the power play came alive. Thank you, Mikhail Granlund.
Let me just get it out of the way. You still got to, just because you should win, you still got to win. You still lost.
Yeah.
I just want to get it out of the way.
That's not even what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's like that's a game where it's like Edmonton's a good team too, and they're going to get their goals, and you were awful for 5 minutes, and that turned the game. If you were not awful for that 5 minutes, maybe you win the game, but that's not how it goes. The problem that the Ducks have right now is the injuries, and I think that finally kind of reared its head a bit in the Vancouver game. Not that the injuries are the exact problem, but you're at the end of a 5-game road trip. You're still down your top 3 players. You're, for whatever reason, not playing Ryan Strome. And you're kind of just wearing out the lineup to a degree. And I think you should not be losing the Vancouver Canucks, especially where they are right now. Like the Canucks had won one game in their last 15. They have the worst home record in the league. They've given up the most goals in the league. This is their backup goaltender that they were playing last night. The guys they traded for Quinn Hughes are all injured. Marco Rossi, Z Buium, they're not healthy.
Thatcher Demko doesn't
You
have a
should
hip
be
anymore.
yeah. You should be beating these guys.
You want me to go on? You want to just go on this for a little longer about the Canucks and things? How bad
Yeah,
they
the Canucks are terrible.
Thanks, man.
But the point of that being like that's a game they should win, and they, you know, they got the better of the shot attempts. They were better at 5-on-5. Both teams went 0 for 3 on the power play. So it's I don't even know what to say about it. It's just a game that you should not be losing, and I will give them the benefit of the doubt just because of their own situation, that it was the end of a long road trip and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like I outlined in the notebook and like you pointed out, like they are one of these teams in the Pacific Division. Like the Pacific Division has given points away to each other all season long. And the Ducks have done that in their wins. They're 7-0 in overtime and shootout, which, you know, they're not like the Kings. They're not losing these games in overtimes and shootouts, but they're also not like the Kings where they're dragging games that shouldn't necessarily, like they're at least getting points out of things, right? Where the Ducks have lost of their Pacific Division games, of those 7 losses, 6 of them have either been by 1 goal or a game where it was a 1 goal game until the empty netters went in. So those are games that if they just either score an empty netter, or in the case of this Vancouver game, you're tied with the worst team in the league with 10 minutes left in the game. You're not playing great. It's a rough one. You're at the end of the road trip. Do what you can to get to overtime. And they didn't do that. And they didn't, like, if they had at least dragged a point out of the Vancouver game, you still lose. You don't want it, but
it's whatever.
You can at least take some solace that, hey, we kept pace with everybody else. And that's not what happened. It's not what's been happening. So I think the main thing is this team needs to get healthy again. 2 huge games, divisional games to enter the Olympic break. They need to get something out of these, obviously. But they will be very happy to see the Olympics come and go.
Yeah, I mean, this road trip, it was a circled road trip right before the Olympics, right? You've got Colorado and all divisional opponents. You took 6 points out.
Yeah.
6 points out of 10 is fine, but you probably...
Yeah,
you probably
you beat the best
7.
team in the league on one of them, and then you lost.
Yeah, but you wanted that
team
7th point, like you said, get to overtime. I guess against Vancouver, man, they're bad.
Even against Edmonton, because that's a game where
you could have gotten close. They
had a 4-minute brain fart.
Yeah,
and if they it's the rest of the game, they played excellently. It's just that 4 minutes that they were terrible.
Yeah, well, you kept McDavid off the score sheet. I think I texted you about it.
Yeah.
I texted the group about it. I thought Jackson Lacombe had his best game of the season. It was actually Pavel Mityukov that had his best game of the season, shutting down Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. We lost Jack, by the way. Jack's internet went out. Hopefully, we'll get him back here soon. And when we do, we'll address the Ducks' necessities. The thing I'm looking at right now, and there's still plenty of season, cop out, cliche, all that crap, right? The Ducks are they're in a playoff position by the points metrics, not by the standings metrics, because of the games at hand between the Kings and the Sharks here. But essentially, when you're looking at the playoff boat race right here, you might be able to include Nashville just because of how much more season is left. But I think you eliminate Nashville and the rest of the West.
It's that Pacific Division clump.
Well, it's a 10-team race at this point. You've got 8 spots for about 10 teams. If you include Nashville, maybe 11. But I think 10 teams realistically. Utah is this is what we've been talking about all year is you can't be handing points to Pacific because you need them to not have points. So you need to beat them in regulation. The Ducks have only done it once against a Pacific team this year. Obviously, we got a lot left. They've got Seattle coming up and Vegas coming up. The Vegas game, I remember, we were at that game. We were at that first Vegas matchup at home, Zach, and that was an insane vibe, insane feel. If you can beat Vegas in regulation, you're creating a little bit of...
Both games against Vegas have gone to overtime, by the way.
Yeah,
so even though that they beat them...
Right. You've just got to find a way to step on a throat somewhere. And Seattle might be your option, right? Maybe you step on Seattle's throat because Seattle was on such a high incline. They won a ton. They had 12-game point streak or something like that. Or
Yeah, they're now 5-4-1 in their last 10. So
yeah, like they're coming down to earth.
leveling out.
Jack is back. Hello, Jack.
Oh,
Good to
hey.
see you. It's okay. We explained everything. You're good. Our listeners missed you because you were voted best looking of the Wings on Katella panel.
Oh,
Can't
that was
confirm in my household.
Yeah, I was going to say that's all via Thomas Murray's household.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't shown my wife a picture.
Mother-in-law likes Jack more than me.
Heidi hasn't seen it yet, and there's a reason. So, we're talking about how there's 10 teams clumped together in the Pacific, right? That kind of have playoff odds. And we're not eliminate the teams that are obviously going to make it. Colorado, Minnesota, Dallas. That's 3 teams. So you're not fighting for those spots. You're fighting for a Pacific spot, or you're fighting Utah. So you got to beat those teams that are with you: the Seattle, the Edmonton, the Utah, San Jose, LA. Right? You also got to beat them in regulation. Can't be handing out points. So my question to the group here is, where does the fix come? And I'm not going to mention, where does the fix come from? Where do you fix this to get this out of regulation? And Zach, I say, we all know. Let's just get to it. We all know what's in the notebook. Is Artemi Panarin the answer? And if so, why? And if not, why not? Jack, I'm going to go to you, but obviously, Zach, we know that Artemi Panarin is not an option, at least.
yeah. It's you say you're going to Zach or Jack?
I'm going to
Yeah.
Jack. Jack.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You took a long time to let us start to answer the question.
Jackson, not Zaxon.
So where does the fix go? Obviously, Artemi.
Where does the fix come from, and why is it not Artemi Panarin, I guess?
Well, it's not Artemi Panarin because Artemi Panarin wants a contract extension along with getting traded, and the Ducks are unwilling to do that, apparently. They wanted to see him as a rental at first and see how it goes. But I think he would have made this team better. Obviously, 90-point players don't grow on trees, and he's one of them. And even though he's 34, he's doesn't show that many signs of declining real fast, real soon. So what else could they do? It's tough to say because we've talked about it on the show plenty of times about the defensive core. The left side is pretty much set, and they've been pretty steady throughout the year. Papa Minchikov has had his ups and downs, but Jackson Lacombe and Owen Zellweger have been good. The right side, on the other hand, there's been a lot of question marks. Jacob Trouba's been up and down. Radko Gudas hasn't been his best. Drew Hellison really hasn't been that good. Ian Moore is apparently a forward now. So they need help on the right side, but the problem is with they're not going to trade their captain Radko Gudas in the middle of the season. I just don't see that happening. They're not going to trade Jacob Trouba because one, I think they like him, and he's been
who else does?
Yeah, and what's his cap hit? Like 8 million, 9 million?
Yeah,
8 million. I don't see anyone taking on his 8 million cap hit this year. You can move Drew Hellison, but how much value you're going to get from him? I think maybe they take a swing at Dougie Hamilton, who's in New Jersey. He's kind of get on the older side, but the point production's not there, but the underlying metrics are better. So maybe he just needs to change the scenery. And his value's at an all-time low at this point. So you're not giving up one of your core players or any high-end prospects for him, most likely. Maybe that's some help, or maybe like another Ryan Poehling archetype for the bottom six that just maybe a little bit more high event defensive-minded person that provides structure in the defensive zone. Because I think once, Carlson, McTavish, and Terry come back, I think the scoring is going to come around at some point, and they're maybe not go back to the levels they were at, October, but I think they still have the horses to be one of the better offenses in hockey. So maybe looking at defensive bottom six forwards.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, angle of it, I think we're looking at the wrong New York Ranger. I think Vincent Trocheck would be a perfect Pat Verbeek Anaheim Duck.
So does Trocheck fit into the current Granlund role of moving? So you're just moving the needle down and moving Granlund down a shift? I know it's a wing and a center. I know you're talking.
No,
different.
I think you put Trocheck in that bottom six.
Really?
I haven't looked at what a potential lineup would be, because it's a good problem to have. The Ducks have found weird bits of chemistry with guys that once everyone's gone down, like this Seneca Granlund Killorn trio has worked out great. But okay, so when Mason McTavish comes back, you're not going to play him with Beckett Seneca. Okay, well you play him with Cutter Gauthier, I guess. But then you put in Leo Carlson, and who's he supposed to play with? Chris Kreider, I guess. Again, Troy Terry. Where does he fit back in? There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's kind of be considering how the team had to figure out how to play during that winning streak. It'll be very interesting to see how everybody slots back in with each other. But I think when it comes to like bolstering the bottom six and making them more and making the whole forward core more defensively responsible, I think Trocheck would be a great add in there. I think I'm gonna look it up. I forget what Trocheck's trade protections are.
The thing
He
I
might
was
have a
thinking about
full-
Trocheck, and the only reason I mentioned him in the Granlund position, he's a 20 goal scorer on average, 20 plus.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're trading for him, you're not getting that. But I think moving him into a Granlund position, and I guess essentially he is a center, so you would be moving him into pieces
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you can move guys to the wing.
Yeah, no, you
They're
could.
not going to trade Mikhail Granlund if that's what you're asking.
No,
'Cause
no,
I
no,
think-
no, 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 not where I was going with that. Not at all. Not where I was talking about shifting the roster down. You're moving line 1 down, line 2 down. Because Trocheck in my mind was an L2 guy.
Yeah, and I think he could still. I wouldn't put him on the top six. I think
would,
the top,
and
the
that's
Ducks,
where
the Ducks
I think
top
you
six
would,
is pretty set.
yeah.
I mean, I think at that point you're asking, do you want to move like Chris Kreider out of the top six? But I don't think you want to do
might.
that. I mean,
I
Alex
might.
Killorn could probably move out of there. But again, I don't even think Killorn's part of that six. When everybody's
No.
healthy, he's not. But I think if you had like if you get it to where you can get everybody healthy, and Ryan Paling is back to being your fourth line center, and then you could put Trocheck on a third line with Granlund with
Killorn,
yeah, I guess Killorn. That's a
McTavish.
well, McTavish.
I mean, another center,
Yeah.
but
I just think that in terms of what this team is looking for and what they can realistically put into the mix, that's it.
we get Frank Vetrano back.
Well, see, I don't know what's going to happen to guys like Frank. And if Ryan Strome, like Frank wasn't being healthy scratched when he was healthy.
Yeah.
But the fact that Ryan Strome is being on the healthy scratch.
Yeah, I don't
job night after
understand
night,
that.
It's an odd one. I
silly.
don't get it, especially when you're continuing to play Ian Moore over Sam Colangelo
And
and
I mean,
over Ryan Strome. It's
respectfully to Jeffrey Viel, who has been
yeah.
the most productive Duck of the last road trip here. Congratulations. We were way wrong on Jeffrey Viel, but you're playing Jeffrey Viel over Ryan Strome?
I mean, Jeffrey Viel plays a different role.
But Jansen Harkins?
Right. I mean,
Ross Johnson?
Jansen Harkins is the one that's like, okay, so McTavish goes down, right? And you're like, okay, well, who do we put into that top six center role? I think Strome was on his wing at that point.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know why you're
Jansen
not putting Strome into the center spot instead of Harkins when you're needing like a skilled forward.
It's interesting.
It's so frustrating too, because when we try to ask Quenneville about stuff like that, he just does a beautiful dance to get around giving us like an actual criticism of a player.
That's true.
So it's tough to kind of nail down why Ian Moore is playing over Sam Colangelo or why Ryan Strome is being healthy scratched. There's all these great platitudes about what a great leader it is, and et cetera, but whatever. That's beside where we were. I think Trocheck would be good at the defense. I think that clearly something needs to be added to like stabilize the defense. But like Jack is saying, I don't know where you do that.
Like, you just have the wrong pieces you can't do anything with.
Yeah.
That's what I would look at. And that's what I say. These are grown men. They're professional athletes. I understand you don't trade your captain. You don't have no one's going to want to take on Trouba's money and maybe not take on Trouba in general on the talent scale. But this grown man is professional business. It's time to move. And that's the way I look at it is I'm sorry, Radko, you've been a great soldier. We appreciate it. You were here for the crappy times. We're going to be better, and you're not going to be part of it. Sorry.
But that's also why the more I look at this, the more I think of when it comes to defensive moves, I don't know if they're going to do them until the summer.
We'll see. But that's what I feel like you can improve right now and not improve for the next 3-4 months. You can improve for the next 3-4 years. I think you can. And that's what I would sit there and just say, sorry, man, You're going to be a healthy scratch. We're going to healthy scratch our captain, but you're an adult and you know what's going on. You've been in this league long enough to know what's happening.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
And I think Radko's actually played better than Jacob.
On the course of the season, I would say no. Recently, I would say maybe. But Truba's seemingly formed a really nice pairing here with Lacombe.
Yeah.
So kind of hard to discount that too.
Just moving on for the sake of timing. We've mentioned a few times there's some serious injuries. Zach, can you give some updates on Leo Carlsson, Troy Terry, and Mason McTavish?
Yeah, so first off, Leo Carlsson officially taken off the Swedish Olympic roster, which is a blow to him, I'm sure. I've seen him just the one time, since the surgery, it just in the hallways. He's 2 weeks into his 3 to 5 week recovery. It was going to be a tight window to if he was going to make the Olympics, and obviously he's not. So now he gets the full rest period, which ultimately is beneficial to the Ducks. Like, as much as you want to see him succeed and play in the Olympics and et cetera, you also want him to not push himself if you're on the Ducks end of things, and you want him to be fully healthy for a very important stretch run where the games don't let up, the schedule's going to be tough, and they want to make this playoff run. So that's tough to see. Troy Terry, still technically on IR with an upper body. He rejoined the team in Vancouver, as was expected that he was going to join the team towards the end of the trip. Practiced on Wednesday, did the morning skate on Thursday, was still deemed not ready to go for the game, so he missed his 11th straight. But it sounds like he's close to returning. I wouldn't be surprised if he played on Sunday. We'll get better clarity on that stuff with practice over the weekend. And then Mason McTavish is a mystery. So I was there in Colorado, saw him warm up, come off the ice last, as he always does. Didn't look like anything happened. And then game time comes and we get a notification that, hey, Mason McTavish is out tonight with an upper body injury. And we all
upper body.
Yeah, upper body.
So he didn't roll his ankle on a water bottle or something.
Either he tripped and fell head first into something, or that's just a wild thing. That's
you're right. Yeah, dude, not factual. Not factual. Report. He didn't trip on a water bottle. Didn't trip into his head.
Slipped on a banana peel, landed on his back.
Zach did not punch him in the face.
No. And Quenneville, after the game, I asked, when did this happen? Did it happen between where did it? He's like, it happened after warm-ups. Could have happened at the end of warm-ups. Who knows? It was okay. This was also after Quenneville had said it was a lower body, and then I looked at Ducks PR, and he went upper. I was like, okay, just checking that we're all on the same page.
It does sound like he tripped on a water bottle and hit his head, though. I mean, that it is as crazy as that is.
Well, and the thing that's weird about it, of course, is that he gets sent back to Anaheim after the game. And when we talked to Quenneville in Seattle 2 days later, he said, yeah, he went home and he's already feeling better. There's already progress there. Maybe he even joins us at the end of the trip. He didn't join them on the trip, ultimately. So who knows what it is?
Vertigo? Elevation sickness?
I mean, if that was the case, wouldn't he just joined the team back in Seattle?
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know. He went home. Supposedly he's doing better. Again, something we'll find out more over the weekend. And that's your Ducks injury roundup for now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Frank Vetrano's still on IR. Peter Mrazek, unknown, which kind of tells me something about where they might be thinking about Peter Mrazek at this point in the year.
Yeah. Billy Husso's, he's got a job stability at this point.
Yeah. I mean, and Husso's been good. He was good in the Edmonton game aside from, he was okay in the Edmonton game.
He had about 3 shots in a row that didn't go well.
Didn't go very well.
Yeah.
But tough.
With the Panarin news,
Dostal's been incredible. So
with the Panarin news, we already mentioned it. Anaheim is not an option. It's been reported. Multiple affiliates have reported that. So I'm going to go to each of you. Who do you think gets Artemi Panarin? And Zach and I were talking about it on the phone earlier this morning. The LA Kings make 0 sense. They're on a full kind of decline. This is kind of their last window for things, but also they don't have the capital. Unless you're trading Liam Greentree and multiple prospects with the first round pick, I don't think they have the capital to acquire him. So who do you guys think Artemi Panarin goes to? Thomas Murray, where are you thinking, buddy? I'm looking at you, and I went to you first because I think there's a team that you called out as a Stanley Cup contender that we all
That's
laughed
right.
at you about.
You mean my the 2026 Stanley Cup champion Vancouver Canucks?
Oh, bite me, not them.
Oh, well then.
No, you're
Well,
You're an Eagles fan, right?
yeah.
Name 3 reasons why Artemi Panarin could be a Flyer. That was a
Come
good
on.
shift. That was a good
Come
shift.
on. Come on, Taylor.
Running joke.
Honestly, I have no idea where he might end up. Maybe someone hungry, aggressive like Vegas. Because why not?
I mean, they've found capital every time, right?
Yeah.
Every time I don't know how they
Vegas,
don't have.
Vegas always. I feel like Vegas always manages to pull off a blockbuster
I
move.
don't think they have a
so,
first round pick for like 2 decades, but
yeah, I don't know.
I haven't
Yeah,
looked. But Zach, where are you thinking? Where's Artemi Panarin going?
So the front runners apparently are, as we said, L.A., San Jose, Carolina, Washington. Um, I agree with you. I don't like LA needs him because they
Yeah,
need they need
but
scoring. But
yeah,
what the
but
hell do they give up? I just don't know what
it
that
has to
looks
be
like.
Green Tree a first round and
And the other half of this, of course, is
Hellenius
like
and I don't know, man.
the other half of it, of course, is Panarin has to waive his full no move to do so. And why would you want to sign on to that Kings project for long term, even if
Not
you
right
get an
now.
extension?
No.
I don't know. Like to succeed with the Carolina Hurricanes, as we saw with Mikko Rantanen, you have to be a very specific type of player, and I don't know if Panarin is that kind of player. Uh, Washington, he has the Russian connection with Ovechkin. Maybe I think San Jose has made themselves a very dangerous player here in this trade market. Whether they flip Kiefer Sherwood in a trade with for Panarin, or they give up a Michael Misa or a pick or something. I think that's a very interesting, a very interesting spot is San Jose. They have the capital and apparently the want to do these things. So that's where I kind of land right now. And that's unfortunate for the Ducks, considering, you know, divisions and futures and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Jack Arias, where are you going?
Yeah, I think San Jose is really interesting too because one, they have a future that Panarin can buy into. They have the cap space that he can fit in there for now because they won't have to hand out big contracts to, Celebrini and, all those guys until a couple more years probably. And they have 2 first-round picks this year, so they have a first-round pick at their disposal that they can use. I don't know where. Let me see where those picks end up at. Their own pick, obviously, and then the Edmonton Oilers pick.
So
So
lower. Yeah.
yeah, a couple of lower picks. Uh, Vegas is always in on everybody, and will find a way to make it work somehow. So I guess they can't be counted out. But when's the next first round pick they have? Like 2028.
Like I said, yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna have the draft capital to take it off or to pull it off, and I don't know their prospect system well enough to say they can dispose these guys for Panarin. So I don't know how much that is. So I think on paper what makes the most sense is San Jose. Everybody else, it's do they have the cap space? Do they have the prospect or the draft capital to make it work? And I think Edmonton's the only team that checks off a lot of boxes. Or did I say Edmonton? I meant San Jose. I meant San Jose.
I'm gonna go 2 wild directions. Just 2 teams that aren't involved in this, but I think 2 teams that would just boost if they could guarantee that they're getting a resign. Buffalo, I think would be awesome. See them go north, and Detroit. I think Detroit's in a position right now to take a shot like this, and
Detroit has the cap space.
they do. Yeah,
Buffalo does not.
No, but you might be able to move some needles with that too.
Again, I would point to Panarin has to sign off on that, and does he want to sign off on living in Buffalo?
Come on, dude. Buffalo's
great.
great.
Does he
Ask
want to
Josh
sign
Allen.
off on living in Detroit? That's why, like, people, when they were connecting the dots, the Ducks came up like immediately when people like were conjecturing before there was even like reporting on it, because it's like, oh, cap space, Joel Quenneville, the former Rangers, Anaheim's a great place to be. Florida, obviously Bobrovsky, and he wants to win, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, and the other things to remember when it comes to, as Jack mentioned, cap space, he's making 11 million right now on the end of a 7-year deal. Apparently, Elliot Friedman reported that the contract he wants is about a $50 million extension. So whether that's 5 years by 10 or 4 years by however 4 years by 12, what would that be?
Yeah,
Uh,
48.
that's kind of what you're looking at, and that's also why it makes so much sense that the Ducks are kind of out because they have to sign Leo, they have to sign Cutter, Pavel Minchikov, Olin Zellweger, and then on down the line. Like it just they would want to see how he fit and then see if the extension worked, and that's a tight needle to thread right
But
now
I
for
mean,
the
hey,
Ducks.
look, you have the option between living in Newport Beach or Miami, or hey, you could live in Washington, D.C. or San Jose, man. Oh, beautiful downtown San Jose. Best place on the planet. Right there with Bakersfield and Edmonton.
San Pedro market's nice.
It's better than Houston. We'll go with that.
The food in San Jose, amazing. So
Food is pretty good.
I'll give you that. But
gotta give food.
Yeah, but Washington D.C. lovely this time of year. Lovely all times of the year. Best place on the planet.
He'll be there in time for the cherry blossoms.
Yeah. Real quick here, I just looked at the clock. Let's go quick hits to finish out hockey here. One note for the Olympics that came out like literally minutes before we came on. Lindsey Vonn injured herself, was airlifted off of the track. If you don't understand the ramifications of this, Lindsey Vonn is the greatest downhill skier in women's skiing history. It would be like LeBron James injuring his it'd be like LeBron James getting injured 2 weeks or a week before the NBA finals kind of thing. Really sucks. So, hope Lindsey Vonn ends up okay there.
Yeah, she's
Olympic
had a great comeback to get to this point too.
she's 41 years old. Like I use LeBron because of the age thing, but Lindsay's 41 years old. This was her last chance. It was actually her last qualifier before the Olympics, so would have been her second, third last. It was her last race, and it really sucks. Olympic outlook, medal favorites, guys. You got any favorites for the medals? We'll talk about this during the Olympics to some degree, but men's, women's, Jack.
I think on paper for men's, it's Canada as always. I think you always have to assume Canada until proven otherwise. But I think with I will say with Dostal heating up, he might be able to steal a game and surprise teams. I'm not gonna say they're gonna get any gold medals or silver medals, but I could see them put up a fight and maybe get into a bronze medal game or something.
There you
I
go.
I like Czechia for bronze. I think the thing that's interesting is the last time the NHL players went to Italy was when Sweden upset Canada and Finland upset the United States. And then it was Sweden, Finland for the gold medal that year. I think this USA team is ripe for upset, unfortunately. I think they have thought themselves into a pretzel. And I would like the Team USA to succeed. I would like Jackson Lacombe to see some meaningful time. But I also think these NHL players are too excited to be back in this. I don't think that sort of letdown's going to happen again. So I would peg Canada. Sweden. So I had Sweden like up there, but all the injuries have kind of scared me off of their prospects. And then the Finns are always feisty. So that's that. On the women's side, it's US and Canada, and unless there's like a Sweden upset, but USA all the way.
Thomas, where are you going, buddy?
Yeah, give me Canada. They can't win a Stanley Cup, but they can win the Olympics.
What a bomb. What a bomb. On both sides, women's and men's? You going both sides?
I don't know anything for the women's side. So you know what? Why not? I'll stick with it.
Give me a full Scandinavian medals, man.
Send them on a long walk north of the 49th.
Yeah. Give me full Scandinavia men's, Sweden over Finland in the gold, Denmark with a bronze, baby.
Denmark.
Dude, I'm going super sleeper on this. Super sleeper Denmark with a bronze. Women's
Freddie Anderson believer.
It is Canada, USA. I'm going to take USA on the women's side, and for the bronze for women's, Finland,
yeah, that's a
Finland, like Patrick Starr.
Finland.
Finland. What's your favorite PWHL fan or team, guys? Apparently Thomas doesn't have one.
Yeah, I
Thomas hates
don't.
women, is what I heard.
Oh man, come on. That's
I
a
bit
cheat.
I bit my tongue
Wow.
so hard not say that when Thomas said I don't know anything about the women's game.
Woo.
Wow.
I hope he
Yeah.
knows that PWHL stands for Professional Women's Hockey League.
I mean, yeah, it's
I was hoping
pretty easy
so.
to figure out, buddy.
Could have been the
Wow.
Professional Writers Hockey League.
So let's go to Thomas first on this one. Who's your favorite PWHL team?
Oh, dude, come on. You know what? Hey, just
There's only 12 to
let me
choose
look
from,
them up.
so-
Let me look them up, and then
Oh
you give
god! All right, Zach, who you got?
Give-
I'm
give
gonna
him
go
a
with the
second.
coolest name.
Are you a Minnesota Frost fan, Zach?
I am a Minnesota Frost fan, and that I've watched a fair
that's
amount of
pretty
PWHL.
cool.
It's very
It's awesome.
very accessible.
It's awesome. It's on TV
Yeah,
all the
YouTube
time.
YouTube Live.
It's,
Yeah,
I've got it on cable, man.
So I'm a big fan of the Frost, and I always got to shout out my girl Hillary Knight on the Seattle Torrent.
So we'll continue getting canceled on this show with the whole women, thing. I had a huge crush on Hillary Knight, massive crush on Hillary Knight, and she showed up at Angel Stadium with her boyfriend at the time, Freddie Anderson, and I took my shot, man. And then and now she doesn't like men anymore, so it's okay.
Took a shot on Freddie or
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Hillary Knight, awesome.
Incredible! What the best American women's player of all time?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I'll go there. Big Golden Eyes fan. Go Golden Eyes. Jack, who is your EWHL?
I was gonna say Seattle Torrent as well.
Okay, fair enough.
The
Thomas,
only thing I wish with Seattle, and
Okay,
Vancouver,
well,
the PWHL thing, they need to give teams logos. I know that they all do it in the second year, but the first year when they just get the name across the chest, it sucks. The branding of this league needs to be better. That's what I want to say. Anyway,
where are you going here, Thomas?
if anyone's gonna get canceled by women, it's Taylor for saying "Go Golden Knights."
Golden Eyes.
Golden Eyes.
Oh, I
Golden
thought you
Eyes.
said Golden Knights. I was like, careful, pal.
Golden Eyes.
Honestly, I
Vancouver.
was gonna go Ottawa Charge, but no, Minnesota Frost is actually pretty badass.
There you
So,
go.
I like that.
All right. Anything to add to the hockey stuff before we jump into baseball here, guys?
No, but
I don't know if this was brought up. Let me pull up the stat to make sure I don't butcher it. But I don't know if you guys brought this up. I saw this on Twitter the other day. The Ducks' 7-game winning streak ends a streak without their top 2 point scorers, Carlson and Arteri. They are the first team in NHL history to win 5 or more games without either of their top 2 players in points entering the streak, playing at any game during the streak. That was by Blake. Is it Wari?
I think it's War.
War?
Yeah, he tags me and stuff all the time. He's
Yeah.
he's a stats guy for TNT and ESPN, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the win streak was impressive. Like we did spend a lot of time like ragging on them for the last couple games. It can't be understated how impressive that 7-game win streak was. To come out of a 9-game losing skid, to win 7 in a row
Beat
without
Dallas
those guys on
and
the roster.
Colorado.
Dallas, Colorado. Yeah.
Now thinking about it, I think the loss to Vancouver in regulation was the hockey gods paying him back for
Sure.
beating Colorado and have Lukas Dostal completely steal a win from Colorado.
Yeah, like
I think that's just the law of averages balancing out.
it's really a thing of I know we want to rag on them for the game, and I did too in my notebook, but like everyone is bound to have a bad game, like just a real clunker, especially when your roster is being depleted as theirs has. So it'll be all the more important for how they respond against Vegas and Seattle going into the break. They need this a lot. The Vegas game, one way or the other, the Seattle game, they kind of need to win.
I want to bum rush through some things because Zach, I know you have to leave us here soon.
I had to leave like immediately. Yeah.
Like now?
Like, yeah, if I could.
All right. Did you do your homework? Did you do anything that I asked you to do?
Why
The
would I
homework
ever
you
do-
assigned 5 minutes before class started.
Yes. Did you do any of
Why
that?
would
Did
I
you
do
do
any
any
of
of
the
that?
things that you ever tell me to do, Taylor? Why would I do
That's
that?
fine. That's fine. Because I am credentialing officer. I have power.
I have my
power
credential.
hungry.
I've got a credential and a PHWA membership. You can't stop me.
That's right. I can't do anything anymore. That's right.
I can do what I want.
I help you all the way until then, and then it's over. I
Yep.
lose all my power.
Yep.
All right.
Taylor, you were shitting on Zach and you got my dog upset.
Yeah,
Fine.
He's a Zach's defender.
exactly.
Zach, what are you
Exactly.
doing this weekend, man?
What am I doing this weekend? Taking some time on Saturday to do uh, nothing, which would be nice.
Good.
And then Ducks on Sunday. Big game
Right.
against Vegas.
I gotta
Two
find
nationally
someone to go with
televised
you.
games to go into the break. So
I gotta find someone to go with you on Sunday.
there's an open seat.
Yeah, Jack, what are you doing on Sunday?
Like
Wait, no,
in,
Thomas, I offered it to you, didn't
in
I?
2 days Sunday.
Yeah,
2
can't
days
do
Sunday. Can do Sunday.
Playing in an alumni baseball game.
That's right. Shoot, I forgot about that. Okay. Zach, I think you're getting Hazlitt, buddy. So we'll see.
Fine by
Jack,
me.
congrats. You found out on here.
No, Hazlitt. Other
Yeah,
Jack.
Jack Hazlitt.
Oh yeah,
Like, he's gonna listen.
Thanks for tuning in, Jack. I'm gonna call you before this comes out. Hazlitt, you're getting a phone call. Zach, thanks for coming on, talking Ducks with us. Anything
Have
you
fun
want to talk
talking
about with
about,
baseball? Any
Oh,
baseball? Stuff?
baseball? No, they
Okay.
that's a sport. They still play baseball.
Yes.
Well,
Did you
they,
pick-
they only have one more year left, and then
Did you pick a
Right.
championship for? That's all I'm gonna ask. Did you pick a championship for?
For what?
Look at the text thread. Look at the text
Oh.
thread.
Wait, just in
What do you
case we
mean?
don't meet again, Zach, give us your Super Bowl favorite.
I rooting for the asteroid to hit the Earth
Mhm.
during that one.
After
Beautiful.
halftime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Bad Bunny, and then
Yeah.
we could just meet here.
Yeah. It's awful.
I guess Seattle, begrudgingly Seattle.
Mhm.
And as far as your NASCAR question, I don't. They have to make some right turns for me to think about.
They
them.
do. They're going to make right turns in San Diego this year.
I see. I didn't even know they were racing in San Diego.
Yeah, they're going to San Diego. All right, get out of here. Good seeing you,
Cool.
Zach. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
on,
first,
man.
your last. See it.
You guys can follow him on social media at ZachCav, ZachCav. And we're going to talk baseball. We got rid of Zach. About time. My goodness, that guy. I love Zach. Let's talk some baseball, guys. Angels have made a handful of moves here. Most notably, the 1 year, $4 million contract of Yoán Moncada, bringing him back at a minimal cost, a fairly minimal cost deal. $4 million, right? Is it $4 million?
yeah, it was 4.
It's 4.
That has not gone official yet, which we will touch on in a second. But improved third base. They improved third base from the day before he signed, right? But how much improvement is Yoán Moncada bringing here? And Thomas, we'll go to you first on this.
I mean, I don't know if you can say that's improvement because he basically was the third baseman last year. But given the market and I mean, history with Anthony Rendon for the last 6 years or so, it's still an improvement at third base, and it's still somebody that's going to be playing it at least fairly consistent. I mean, he appeared in about 84 games last year. And I know some of those games were as a DH, but still, at least you're getting someone reliable as long as, no, he stays healthy. It's not bad, right? It's another
Yeah.
body out there, like we've said with most of their signings. I mean, I think you and I were talking on the phone maybe a few weeks before, and we're like, just bring back Moncada at this point. What do you have to lose? Someone that's already been there, played it for them, and a cheap option. And yeah, I mean, what was it last year? You got 6 million, so you got
Yeah,
him for 2
5.
million less.
5. That's right, 5.
5
So
million,
it's
okay.
small paid, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a little bit of a pay cut, a little bit cheaper, but it's not a bad option. I mean, he wasn't bad, and he was one of the people to get on base, draws a lot of walks. So
When you're looking at external acquisitions, he was probably the second best option.
yeah,
Non-trade route free agent, second best option on the free agent market. And depending on how age works, there's a lot of questions about that as is. I think Yoan's been good when he's been on the field. Every 162 he's averaging was like a 2 or 3 win player. It's just he's barely played 162 games
yeah.
in the last, let me see here. It's he's played 200 something games the last 3 years.
Yeah, his most was
but-
144 and 21.
Yeah, no, I mean he's been good. Well, 52 back in 2020. That's 52 out of 60, but still,
Yeah.
he's been good. He can hit, no doubt. And the thing I think is he adds versatility to your lineup. I think that's an important thing is you added that left-handed bat. That I mean, he switch hitter, but you added some left-handed bat,
Yeah.
left-handed power in there to a degree. Jack, thoughts on Yoán Moncada kind of coming in and like you said, it's a partial needle mover, but not like a significant needle mover, I guess is the way to put it.
Can it be considered a needle mover if he was already on the team last year and the team still wasn't good?
The only way I would say yes,
At least you didn't lose
because
him.
yeah, that's what I would say is it's an improvement from the day before he was re-signed, right?
Yeah, and you can't count on him to play a full season.
No.
I'm probably expecting him to play about 80 games again. And so they're
Yeah.
for the other 80 games, they're gonna have to try and figure something out. Whether that's Vaughn Grissom or Oswald Peraza, whoever else they have.
Zora,
But
Denver.
yeah, he was like you guys have said, he was good when he was on the field in terms of at the plate. But that was also because of his knee injury, he wasn't able to hit right-handed. He was only
That's
left-handed,
right.
so he was a platoon bat. He had 262 plate appearances against right-handed pitching and only 27 against left-handed pitching. So he was only hitting from his strong side. So that's why his numbers are also elevated offensively. Defensively, he wasn't very good, and that's also probably because of his knee. That probably plays a factor into it. So it's another guy that probably should just be a DH at this point on the Angels, and
You've got
they don't have a
three of
DH
them.
spot for him. Yeah, you have Jorge Soler, Yoán Moncada, Mike Trout, who all should be at this point full-time DHs. So I don't know if this really makes them any better. I think it was the right move to make in terms of just looking at how the Angels operate. I don't think they're going to pay the money for um, uh, Eugenio Suarez. They certainly weren't going to pay the money for Alex Bregman. So those are the only three options at third base in the free agent market that were going to make any difference. So I think this was the right move, and to not try and go get another um, reclamation. Well, I guess Yoán Moncada technically is a reclamation project, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
No.
someone they're familiar with. So,
Real quick, some late breaking news. The
Yeah.
Angels signed Lucas Knowles to a minor league deal. He spent the last few years with Washington. He hasn't made the majors, but added
I was going to
to.
say,
okay.
Yeah, you
You see
forgot some
that-
names, man. You forgot Nick Madrigal in the mix. You forgot Rubel Cespedes in the mix. Luke Ritter. Come on, man. What are you doing here?
Do you see the
My
A's
bad.
breaking news right now?
It did. Jacob Wilson, 7 years, 70 million. Is that right? 10 million a
Yeah.
year?
what the heck?
So, yeah,
Yeah. Jeff Passan.
yeah. So what
Um,
the
I don't have those
Angels need to do with
notifications.
ah. Well, the notification came from me, buddy. The Lucas
Well,
Knowles
that,
came
but
from me, buddy.
I didn't
You know
get the
what?
Wilson one from passing.
Yeah, it's okay. The Lucas Knowles thing showed up on the transactions log. That's why. So speaking of all this, right? The Angels roster is moving around right now. The DFA arms bust. The wheels are going round and round. And in the Angels scenario, they're going around another time. Wade Meckler is DFA'd. Caleb Ort was brought in on a waiver claim. Osvaldo Bido was brought on a waiver claim and then DFA'd the day after because Angels sent some cash over for JV and Sandridge. My question to you guys is, do any of those names make it to report day as members of the Angels organization in 2 weeks?
Make it to report day in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
the training camp.
I'm sure they
when pitchers and catchers report, any of them. Or if it's, when Meckler in his situation, he's DFA'd and we'll find out very soon if anyone's picking him up or if he gets cleared. But
I'm sure Nick Madrigal will.
oh no, not the guys I'm talking about. Strictly Meckler, Ort, Bido, and
Oh, I thought you were talking about okay. Sorry. Meckler or
Bido and Sandridge. Any of those guys make it to report day.
didn't Beto already get DFA'd?
Yes, but he could technically clear.
Oh. Ort maybe.
Yeah. I think Ort is going to go out. I think Ort goes out when Moncada, because you got a clear spot for Moncada. He hasn't hit the 40-man yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I like just look at this group. Like it's the Angels are backburning the back end of their 40-man roster, right? They're back ending. They're doing a lot of things to kind of manipulate the back end of their 40-man, and I think they're hoping that some of these guys clear, but it's just not like I don't know. I don't know. What are you guys thinking here? The Angels need to start doing some stuff, and I think we've already figured out that financially they're not going to put deep. They're not going to go deep into the pockets here. I think the TV deal was like the burner on that. Is I think when the TV deal fell through with not Victory, FanDuel, when the FanDuel thing broke through, I think that collapsed the whole market for the Angels. Right, Artie's not going to open up the pockets. He's not going to spend on somebody. So we can look at the pitching market, but like literally we're talking about roster spot 40, 39 and 40. We're not even talking about big league spots. We're talking about roster spot 39 and 40. Does it even matter? Do these four guys, and I think I like Meckler more, and I wish he wasn't DFA'd, and I like Beto more than I like the other two guys because he can start games. But did any of these guys make a move in any direction and change the Angels' outcome?
No.
And what's left? Because the only name that, like, I remember, what was it, a month ago? I was asking you guys about, was it Mike Soroka? Or not Soroka, Soroka.
Yeah.
And, I have a buddy that's an agent and he works for a major corporation. And, like, him and I talk regularly more about amateur kids and things, but his company represents big end guys. And he brought up Soroka and he's like, hey, do you know about this Angels deal with Soroka? Or do you know about, I've heard this. Have you heard the same thing? Right. And we had this, conversation. And it's like Soroka did he go to Cincinnati for 1.7 or something like that, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head.
But that's what, and then, Manoah signed like a day later or something after that. And it's like, oh, this is why you guys are connecting the dots. But like the only name that's come up at any point between the two of us that's like a needle mover and like is Zach Little. And like you've got Zach Gallen on the market, you got Framber Valdez on the market, you've got a lot of really good arms on the market. Zach Little is an arm on the market. I wouldn't say he's good. I wouldn't say he's bad, but he is an arm that does move the needle to some degree. But it's like if Zach Little, and this is all, the conversation between us and when it comes to this, but it's like if the Angels are actually in on Zach Little and they get him and he's the big ticket of the winter, what did they do? What did they do this winter? Right? So I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, but what's their highest free agent contract this year? Is it Moncada or Drew Pomeranz?
Pomeranz. Pomeranz got 1.6, 1.7, 1.6.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I just know
Pomeranz got 1.4. Yeah.
So it's either Moncada or Pomeranz.
Yeah.
And
it's both. It's 1.4.
Yeah. That's the biggest free agent signing in a winter where they're trying to sell that they're trying to compete and trying to take another step, and they don't. It's hard to come up with new words when we talk about the same thing every single week with this team in terms of like they don't do anything. They're not going to spend money like they should. Obviously like I said, the TV deal does impact that, but this still is a big market team. Like they're not the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're not LA, but they're next to LA. They're still in a big market. And they should have the money to be able to sign. And I'm not saying go sign, 4 years, $60 million a year for Kyle Tucker, but they can sign a Zach Gallen to, 18 to $22 million a year or something like that. And they don't. I mean, they signed Yusei Kikuchi for 3 years, 21 million, I think. But I mean, that literally is Perry Manassian's most expensive free agent contract. Is it right?
What's that?
Kikuchi.
Yes.
Yeah, that's most expensive contract that Perry Manassian's given out. So I don't know. It's hard to look at any of the moves that they make and say like, yeah, that's going to make a difference for them.
No, it's rough, man. It's rough. I mean, I don't care one way or another. I'm not an Angels fan. I'm not, I cover the team though. And when you cover a team, you want them to be good. You don't want to cover a bad team. And I've covered a bad team for 2013 to now. What is that? 13 years?
Well, they were good in 14.
They were good in 14. I will give them that. They were
Well,
good in
and
14.
They were
they
pretty
were
good.
technically
team.
good in 15.
Yeah, so I haven't
Missed
covered a
playoffs
good
by
team
one.
I haven't covered a good team in over a decade. That's the thing. I want to cover
Yeah.
a team that's at least interesting, that's not interesting for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. So, sorry, my dad just gave me a come this way real quick. So I'm gonna let you guys talk about it. But I just you want to cover a good team. This hasn't been fun. So
Yeah.
I was like, I could pause.
No. Yeah, I mean, you also want to cover a
yeah.
good team because you also, you have to interact with these players and coaches, and
I mean, yeah.
the more they lose, the worse of a mood they're in, and the less they want to talk to you. So
Yeah,
it's a lot easy. It's a lot easier to talk to people when they're, things are going well.
Yeah, it makes our job easier too because it's like, okay, it's more engaging, it's more fun stories, especially when it's like August, September, and you're a million games out and it's already a guarantee you're not making the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, it makes your job a lot more fun, easier,
Yeah.
better. So all that
And also,
stuff.
the players, these guys are human,
Yeah.
and it's not their fault that, they're not on a good team per se. Like, they didn't construct the roster, so, you feel bad for them, obviously.
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I think back to when I cover UCLA. I mean, I've had a pretty fun share the Angels and UCLA the last 2 years where they've both just been historically bad, and I'm just like, which one can one up the other one worse? And I think UCLA might have got the Angels this year, but like even then, like you see them and it's like you keep your spirits alive. Like they're trying to keep their spirits alive, and the only difference I think with UCLA football this year was just while they were probably a worser team, they kind of found a spark at the end of September because of everything they, did to their roster. They shifted it. So that's kind of the thing though with the Angels. It's just been like so much consistency of being bad and nothing changing to make it better. And, it reminds me of what is it, the Einstein quote, where it's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I mean, that's pretty much been the Angels, I want to say, since
2016.
2016. I mean, they've made some moves even there here and there with that, but 2019.
No, I mean Shohei Ohtani came in
Ohtani,
2018. He came in
you
2018.
expected different results with that, though.
Yeah, but it's like, but outside of having Shohei Ohtani on the roster and doing things that no one's seen before, what has been like? Yeah, Mike Trout, but Mike Trout's been in and out and hurt, and obviously, Jack, I heard you at the tail end of what you were saying is these guys are human. I love Mike Trout. Mike Trout is one of my favorite people on the planet. But I want to see him be Mike Trout again. I don't want to see him be what he's been the last few years. But like, what is there to be excited? That's what I was kind of leading up to is I think it was Zips had the Angels at 68-94 is their projected record right now. What? Like we talked about the Anaheim Ducks at the start of the year, right? None of us projected them to be a playoff team, and we're treating them with big boy hands now because they can be a playoff team, right? When it comes to Angels, what is it going to take for us to treat them with well, we're treating them with big boy hands because this is supposed to be the year that they've built towards with this whole roster construction. It just they look worse than they've ever looked, in my opinion. I think they look worse than they did last year. I think they look worse than the year before. I think this is the worst I feel like I've seen the Angels on paper in a long time. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are but like, is finishing above 500 like a proper goal? I know that playoffs are probably the only life-saving result here, right? But like, what is the positive note that comes to the Angels? What's the positive?
It's literally just Zach Neto.
Yeah.
That's all I got going for him right now.
But you got to go look broad strokes here. You got to look big. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, Zach Neto had he had a 30-30 season. How exciting! He had a 20-20 season. How exciting!" That is exciting. But if the Angels go 68-94, it means nothing. It's not exciting. It's the same as what's been going on with Mike Trout for over a decade. He's played 3 playoff games in his whole career, and he has not won one. Right? That's a horrible, crappy narrative that's tiring, but it's factual. And you don't want that to be the factual part of everything. So what is the part that says, hey, gun ho, Angels, way to go. You made it over 500. Is that it? Or do you have to make the playoffs? And if that's the case, then burn it down, get rid of everything.
I think at this point, I think fans would be ecstatic if they finish with a winning record
Yeah,
and miss the
if
playoffs.
you were
That's
playing a
fine.
meaningful game in September, I think people would be happy with that.
Meaningful game in September is a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, look at this roster. I mean, this team lost 90 games last year. And where where in that roster can you say they definitively got better? You could say the
They
rotation with
don't have
Grayson
to.
Rodriguez,
Well,
but
they don't have to throw Tyler Anderson and Jack Kahanowitz every.
yeah.
You know,
And even
that's it.
then, there's no guarantee
No,
that Grayson Rodriguez is going to turn into the top prospect like potential that he
no,
was.
right. Yeah, it's like you upgraded because of elimination of process.
So I actually got bored one day and I started keeping track of an off-season tracker of my own where I'm adding up the 2025 Fangraphs WAR and projected Fangraphs WAR and see what the Angels have lost and gained, whatever. So I did not count the moves made today. So this is all updated like 2 days ago. But in total, the Angels have brought in a total of negative zero point 0.1 F WAR from 2025,
Yikes.
but 6.3 projected F WAR. And
Mm.
then, but they lost 5.8 2025 F WAR, and they've lost 5.1 projected F WAR. So when you add it all up together, they have lost 5.9 2025 F WAR, but they've gained 1.2 projected F WAR. Either way, I don't think that's really going to make a difference on this team.
No, it's not. It's not. Well, so you assume. So wait. So they lost how much? They lost how many?
5.9 of 2025.
So that's six. That's
Yeah,
just flat six. And
they've
they
lost
gained.
6 F4 and they've
And then
gained
they gained what?
1.2 of projected.
So that's seven. So they are projected to be 7 wins. Like by the WAR metric, they're projected to be 7 wins better. By what you're
No,
saying.
no. Well, no, like for 2025, the players that they've either brought in and lost, whatever, all that adds up to negative. So like they're in terms of 2025 WAR, they're 6 wins worse. But
Okay. Got it. That makes
yeah,
sense. Got
so
it.
in
I went the other direction. I thought they lost players that were of negative value, is what I thought you were saying. But
no,
technically they're five. So by your math, technically they're 5 losses worse.
in terms of 2025 statistics in WAR, yes. But
Yikes.
all the projections for the projected F war and all that, it says they should be 1.2 wins better. But they're also projecting, Grayson Rodriguez to have a 2.3 F war, Kirby Yates with a point 0.4, Josh Lowe with a point 0.9, Drew Pomeranz with a point 0.7,
Well,
Alec Manoah with a point 0.7. I don't.
growth from Seanwell, Neto.
Well, this is all just the offseason moves. This
Yeah.
isn't counting.
Oh,
Yeah, this isn't counting the players that were already on the roster.
so would a guy like Sean? I mean, like the improvements of the roster, right? The internal improvements. I mean, I don't think Bryce Teodosio is gonna. But like Joe Adell, Caden Nana, Neto, Seanwell, like Christian Moore. Does that improve by 10 wins? No chance, right?
No.
No
No.
chance. So, um, kind of more Angels news. Tyler Bremner, Angels' most recent first round pick, was recently named to be a top 100 prospect by multiple outlets. Number 51 by Baseball America, which is the one that matters most. Number 56 by ESPN, and number 81 by MLB and their prospect ranking affiliate, MLB Pipeline. Why is this important? Well, he is prospect promotion incentive eligible, which means if he is on the Angels opening day roster, or there's some caveats where like he could be a week or two into the season called up, but that's nitpicky. If he's on the opening day roster and he wins Rookie of the Year or is voted in the top 3 of Cy Young Award voting in the next 3 years, the Angels get an extra draft pick at the end of the first round. So the immediate impact is nothing. It's nothing. But worth noting, this is it's a positive. It's bigger money into your bonus pool, but when it comes to the Angels and maybe this tenure, Doesn't mean a whole lot. And also, he's got to go win Rookie of the Year this year for it to matter, or go be top 3 in Cy Young in the coming years. So, but on that note, Rookie of the Year favorites. You guys got some? Any takers on this? And also, just to note, there was on the prospect eligibility, you had to be on 2 of the 3 list as a top 100 prospect. It's ESPN, Baseball America, and Pipeline. 52 American League players are eligible for this in 2026. But not all of those guys are going to see the big leagues. It's like 20 to 25 or something like that. And also, you can win Rookie of the Year without being a PPI eligible. So, American League Rookie of the Year, guys. Any takers on this? You guys got any? Thomas?
Yeah. We kind of discussed a little bit about that before the show, but my rookie of the year is Mr. Postseason last year, Mr. Trey Savage, who really just lit it up in the postseason. Have the stats right here. Just give me a second. In the postseason, he pitched with a 3-1 record, 3.58 ERA, 27.2 innings, and had 39 strikeouts. And he was so fun to watch last year, especially in the World Series.
He was good.
ALCS too.
Yeah, he looked like Kevin Gausman. That's what he looked like.
He really, yeah.
It's like crazy. You had Kevin Gausman on Sunday, and you had Kevin Gausman 2.0 on Monday. Fresher.
And he's releasing the ball from like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
fun. I like watching Savage so much. Also had a fun quote I saw earlier this week. It was asked how he dealt with the loss of the World Series to the Dodgers, and he was like, I went out and I just started hunting. Good way to take your anger out.
Go kill something, right? Yeah, Trey Savage was he was almost the pick for the Angels when they took Christian Moore. And the deal with that, he fell to 20 because it wasn't a heart attack. It was a collapsed lung. Collapsed lung in the middle of the season. That's right. He had a collapsed lung in the middle of the season, and he missed that's the crazy part. He was scheduled to start. He got scratched. They announced that he had a collapsed lung, and then he was back 3 weeks later. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, big Trey Savage fan. Jack Janes, Rookie of the Year, American League. Anything?
I'll go a little bit off the board. I'll go Peyton Tully out of Boston. Big boy, big left-handed pitcher, 6'6", 250. Fastball sits at about 97. Granted, it's a small sample size because I think he only had 7 appearances last year, but the Stuff Plus model really likes all of his stuff except his sinker. So obviously, the more he pitches, the more that'll kind of even out. But I think for him to be successful, he's got to start mixing in some other pitches. He uses fastball 64% of the time last year, and it kind of got hit around a little bit. I think if he picks his spots better when to use it, not over rely on it, I think he could have some success building out his repertoire. But I'm interested to see how he does.
So both of those guys are actually PPI eligible. I'm going to stay in division, and I'm going to go with a guy that is not PPI eligible. And I'm going to go the opposite direction and explain why I'm not going to pick either of the 2 guys that you picked. Pitching in the American League East is pretty difficult. Very hard. Not saying those guys can't do it. You picked good guys. I'm going to take a hitter from the American League East that is already incredibly marketable, known commodity name, and will probably pop. I'm going to go Kazuma Akamoto. I think he's going to out-hit Murakami. Murakami might have more home runs or something because he's going to get full-time playing time. But gonna go with Akamoto on this. And yeah, so we all went American League East.
Jason Dominguez still eligible? Is he still a prospect?
No, he is not. Are you talking about because he's so well known and because New York media is just dumb and
I feel like
terrible?
I feel like he's been a prospect for 10 years.
He has been. He's a good kid. I hate You mean he's not Bernie Williams? You mean Anthony Volpe's not Derek Jeter? Oh my God. You mean Clark Schmidt isn't Andy Pettit? Oh my God. Failed. Andy Volpe is a failure. Anthony Volpe. I feel for that kid, dude. That kid can't throw worth crap. He should not be playing shortstop, but neither should Derek Jeter. So maybe they are the same. All right, guys. Last note on Angels here. The Angels did sign Trey Mancini to a minor league deal. zero impact. He hasn't been an impact big leaguer in like 4 years. If he sees the bigs, the Angels aren't doing well. But Trey Mancini, one of the absolute best people in baseball. Great, outstanding guy. I know that means nothing to you guys that are here for analysis, but like Trey Mancini he's the best guy you could ever find. So I really want to lean on that. It's just they brought in a great guy, and hopefully he spends a whole year at Salt Lake, and some of the kids can learn quite a bit from him on that. Anything else?
I remember what was it? It was like home run derby that one year. The Orioles were just terrible, and it was like right before he got traded to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
They were like just talking about because it was kind of obvious he was getting traded, and they just kept talking about like what he meant to the Baltimore community and like how much like they loved him out there.
I wonder how much Grayson Rodriguez brought on this too, because Grayson would have been a kid during that time. But yeah, no, he was awesome. Joe Tony Mancini, dude. Joe Tony. He just goes by Trey.
Is Joe Tony really his name?
Joseph Anthony. Joseph Anthony.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, knowing the Angels, he'll be on the roster come.
If he is, I'm going to be happy because that's a quick white flag, so we don't have to worry about talking about the trade deadline. And also, I'm happy for Trey. Love Trey. So, Thomas, you remember our vocabulary lesson from earlier in the week?
What's our vocabulary lesson?
Difference between a butt dial and a booty call?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. What do you call it? Arm barn or bullpen? For as ridiculous as the PETA thing was, I love that they call it an arm barn.
Arm barn. Was that a thing?
It was a thing. PETA did not want the bullpen to be called a bullpen because it was dangerous towards animals or whatever. So they decided to call it an arm barn. What was it? They had like a ton of them, but I love the arm barn thing.
I guess we're animals.
Yeah, so
we're mammals.
What was my closeout? What do we have on closeout thoughts here, guys? I'm looking at the script here. Script. Excess. Anything else, baseball guys? Anything else? Been kind of
can't wait to watch the final year of baseball ever.
Can't wait for WBC,
bro. That's not going to end college baseball. We're still going to be able to.
That's true. Okay. That's true.
So
we're going to be at the Little League games, Jack.
I was gonna say let's pull the curtain aside real quick.
We're gonna be at Little League.
Thomas, Jack, I have both asked you in the last week if you want to go to a JUCO baseball game.
You also asked me an hour before the game started.
That was on me. That was on me. I think I asked both of you on that. I did that, so that was on me. My bad on that. But hey, we will have baseball. Just big league baseball. Done. Out of here. So go enjoy your local college, high school, JUCO, etc. JUCO's college still counts, right, Jack?
Yep, still counts.
Fullerton College, buddy. Still college baseball, man.
Stingers up.
Yep.
That's right.
All right. Last notes, guys. Did either of you did you do your homework? Did you do any homework at all?
I googled the list of NASCAR drivers.
I googled it.
Okay, so another bullet behind the curtain. I have always wanted to do a racing podcast, a NASCAR specific, but a racing podcast. I've always wanted to do it. So I bugged these guys to at least Google search for NASCAR drivers to give me their championship for, even though that's not a thing anymore because the point system and everything changed in NASCAR. But give me the 4 guys you think are going to be closest to the championship at the end of the season, guys.
Yeah, and you also gave us it like 5 minutes before the podcast.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
So,
yeah, I want to do it. I would love to do it. Anybody that's listening that wants to do a racing podcast, hit me up. TaylorBlakeWard@yahoo.com.
Is Bubba Wallace still racing?
He is still racing, man.
All right, give me Bubba Wallace
as champion.
Yeah,
what a stud! 23-11.
All right, supposed to name 1 or 4.
I went with 4 because it used to be a championship 4, and then they changed the points format thing. So like technically, you can just choose a champion if you want. Because I was going to give all 16 of my playoff picks. That's what I was going to go with.
I was just going to go with the 4 most interesting names I found on the list that I found.
Very curious.
It's probably the same list.
So,
you know okay, real quick for Bubba Wallace, do you know who owns his team?
I do not.
It's called 2311, and the 11 is for Denny Hamlin, who I think right now is probably the most prominent figure in NASCAR. The 23, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan owns the car.
Okay.
That's why he
Golden
wears
Balls.
number, or
That's
that's
pretty
why he's
cool.
number 23.
And the other car is 45, and then they also have another car that's 35.
That's why I ride
So-
with Bubba.
So is that why Shane Van Gisbergen's 97 and it's Connor McDavid's team?
No, Shane Van Gisbergen came from Australian Supercars. He's a New Zealander. He had a one-off ride at the Chicago Street Course, and he won the race, embarrassed everyone. No one knew what to do with it. And then he's like, you know what? I've won like 5 championships down in Australia. Let's go try NASCAR. And he's doing very well. Still struggled on the ovals, but the street courses and the road courses.
Well, he's one of my forks. I like the name and I like 97.
Yeah, his dad raced in the car 97. That's why he wears. He was in 80. He was in 88 last year. He's in 97. So.
And then my second one, I'll go Josh Manson, number 42, John Hunter Nemechek.
Josh Manson, 42.
He's number 40. John
Yeah, so I was
John
like,
Hunter Nemechek.
I was like, what are you doing? Wait, Josh Manson.
I'm just looking at names and
John Hunter
numbers.
Nemechek, man. Okay, all right, fair enough.
Number 42 for Josh Manson.
John Hunter.
What else is a what's an interesting name?
Oh, for my two?
Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
He's
Hall of
still
Fame
racing?
football player.
Jimmy Johnson also is like one of he's. Do you not know the story of Jimmy Johnson, Jack?
I know the football Hall of Famer.
But you don't know Jimmy Johnson, the NASCAR driver.
Do.
Okay, so do you know have you heard the name Dale Earnhardt?
Yeah.
Have you heard the name Richard Petty, aka the King from Cars?
No. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Richard Petty, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt, only guys with 7 championships in NASCAR. Jimmy Johnson won 5 in a row. And he's recent. He also retired like from full time a few years ago. But yeah, he's like Jimmy Johnson that is definitely, if you don't know NASCAR, like Jimmy Johnson's the name you know. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty.
Have I given 3 names?
You gave
I think so.
Well, Jimmy Johnson's running like
3.
1 race this year, so that's fine.
Well, my 4th name, just absolute NASCAR name, Cole Custer.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's from
yeah.
he's from Rancho Santa Margarita.
Is he really?
He is. He's from Rancho Santa Margarita.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, he looks like a NASCAR driver.
Oh yeah, he does. No, he may be from Rancho Santa Margarita, but he is he's got some red on that neck.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta give you my other 3 still.
Yeah,
Taylor.
let's see these other 3.
All right.
You picked, by the way.
But fun reason why I was giving you Jeff Gordon earlier was because I thought of that show King of the Hill, and Bobby said he
that's
liked
right.
Jeff Gordon to Hank, and he was like, I like Jeff Gordon, he's handsome, and they were all pissed. Well, one, I gotta redeem myself with women, so give me Catherine Legg.
Okay, she's gonna. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Jack's out here picking retired drivers, and Thomas is picking part-time, one-time qualifying drivers.
Hey, they're on the list.
What list
of
was I on?
NASCAR
I don't know.
drivers.
Catherine Legg is maybe going to run. I don't know if she's going to run a race this year, but gun ho. Okay, good.
Okay, and then
He's
I'm gonna
British.
choose this guy because he looks like Jason Lee, who is a former professional skateboarder and
Yeah.
the actor
He's
in the show My Name is Earl.
He's also Ultron.
Yeah.
No, not Ultron. Incredibles. He's the villain in Incredibles.
Does he? He plays.
Yeah, he's the voice of the Incredibles villain.
Oh shit.
What's that guy's name?
Jeez, I can't remember.
Villain from Incredibles. Syndrome. He's Syndrome.
Oh, he's Syndrome.
Yeah,
That's
he's
cool.
Syndrome.
I just
Incrediboy.
Incredible. He is Incredible.
But yeah, give me Ryan Blaney.
Yeah. Every mom's favorite, man.
Is it?
Oh yeah. You take a look at the kid, man. You better
Yeah,
look at
I mean,
Jack
dude,
James.
he looks young. He looks good.
You better look at the Jack James, dude.
He's got
Dang.
a fat mustache.
Oh no, this kid's gonna be on like Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, dude. He's a good looking kid. Got a flow.
And then give me Tyler Reddick because he looks
There you go.
nice.
He is the other driver for Michael Jordan. So there you go.
Oh,
Any relation to Josh Reddick?
No, they look a little bit alike. But
Team
yeah.
Jordan.
Well, that went as well as I thought it would.
Well, you gotta
we got
give us your
retired
4.
drivers, and yeah.
I just looked up NASCAR drivers and NASCAR's website thing popped up with NASCAR
yeah.
Cup Series, whatever.
That's what
Yeah.
I did.
List.
Lovely.
You gotta give us your list now, Taylor.
My list. All
Yeah.
16 or just top 4?
Top 4.
Oh man, I should have thought about this before. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney. I gotta throw a Toyota in there somewhere. Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
Go Chris Bell. Okay, take that, Earthlings.
There's no way Cole Cluster is younger than me. This man looks
Mhm.
terrible for his age.
What? He's younger than you?
Yeah,
He's born in '98.
Wait, I'm gonna say, wait. Oh, dang! I was
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
say guess
sorry.
how old he was. I was gonna say
No.
28. I was gonna say he was 28.
There's
So he's-
no.
Yeah, dude, he's a kid.
Dude,
He's
he
a
looks
baby.
like he's pushing like 39. Pushing 40.
Oh, I thought more than that.
Cole's
Hold
a
on, let me-
local dude. I'm gonna send this to him. He's a local guy. Like he's. Oh,
Here's
man.
the thing, though. He has the look of someone that's like
There's no
really,
way.
really nice.
There's
he looks
no way.
really
He's
nice.
a good kid. He's a good kid. He just won. He won races at Fontana.
He
when
looks
they
like
were
he's
on
my
there.
dad's age.
This is fun. We're gonna start our own racing podcast, just assessing. Jack, go look up Ryan Blaney, dude. It's like the best looking kid on the planet. He's like Ryan.
Ryan
Just name your kid
Blaney.
Ryan. Gosling, Blaney, same thing. All works. Except for one of them can do a cover 2, one can't. If you don't understand that, go watch.
Holy mustache.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a stud. His
Yeah,
wife,
you like him?
his wife is a supermodel.
He looks like who's that the TikTok account Old Time Hockey? Oh, it's not even in focus.
There you go. Oh, that's such a good shot. Oh, that's not
Yeah.
even. That's a good shot. No way.
There's no way Ryan Blaney is five years older than Cole Custer.
Yeah, no.
This is fun, man. This is
Ryan
fun.
looks good.
If you guys, yeah, hold on. Let's give you a Ryan
You
Blaney.
should give
with-
like the
okay,
viewers,
Ryan Blaney
like,
without the
visual.
stash. Ryan Blaney without the
Yeah,
stash.
yeah.
All right, there you go. That's his wife is like a supermodel, and then William Byron, I think, is dating Sydney Sweeney now. So that's a fun thing. Get NASCAR involved.
I got it. I'm gonna pull up a Cole Custer picture for the
It's
viewers.
a fun one. As you're doing that, let's wrap up show. Real quick, one thing. Oh yeah, Cole Custer. He looks like a Bond
No
villain,
way.
dude.
No way.
Like
28 years old.
no way.
There's no
um,
way this man is 20.
Well, I want to change gears in a big way. One last thing, baseball related. Real good friend of the show, Emily Walden. Very good friend of the show. She covers prospects, Detroit Tigers prospects. Going to deal with a second bout of cancer. So just want to let you know, Emily, we are with you. We love you, and fight on. Kick cancer's ass. Do it again. So, weekend plans, guys. Thomas Murray, what do you got?
Might be going to San Diego tomorrow. And then Sunday I'll probably end up by the beach and go eat some pokey.
That sounds really nice, actually.
That
That
sounds
really
very
nice.
relaxing. Good weather.
That
It's like 80 this
Oh,
weekend.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah,
Beautiful weather.
I'm wearing a sweater and I'm regretting it. It's the first time in a long time. It's like actually like 60 something degrees up here. Jack, what do you got, man?
I got Disney Day tomorrow with my girlfriend's family. Be there all day, and then Sunday playing in my high school's alumni baseball game. So I haven't faced any live pitching faster than slow pitch softball in 2 years. So
Toast.
yeah, we'll see how I fare against
I know
high
I've asked
schoolers
you
throwing
like
75 miles an hour.
I know I've asked you like 20 times. You went to Villa Park. Where'd you go?
Valencia.
Valencia.
In
That's right. And
Placentia.
not the good one. That's right.
Not the
And
good
the
one.
good one. That's
Not
right.
the good
Go
one.
Tigers. That's the
Go,
Placentia
yep,
one.
go Tigers.
We used to play you guys in football.
It was
So-
what was your high school?
I went to Kennedy in La Palma.
Oh yeah, you're in the same league.
Yeah, or
That's
they
where
were.
Garrett
They're
Anderson
not
went.
anymore. But they
Yeah.
were.
I had to explain to Thomas that Chloe Kim went to school right next to his house.
Yeah. Yeah, yo,
Yeah.
I'm rooting for her in the Olympics, by the way. So
Yeah, Chloe's great. Chloe's great.
Yeah.
I am probably going to JUCO baseball Saturday. I'm probably going to go to a JUCO game, unless
you're a madman.
unless Heidi has something planned for me. But I'm going to go to a JUCO game, actually go see some potential pro arms, and then I'm actually going to watch NASCAR on Sunday because NASCAR makes their exhibition return. So bite me, boys.
So Blaney.
Yeah, Thomas, you had some Super Bowl. You want to do Super Bowl stuff? real
Oh
quick
yeah,
before we-
yeah. Just in case we don't meet next week, I need your guys' Super Bowl picks.
I hope they
for
both lose. I
Sunday.
hope Bad Bunny wins. That's all I care about.
Seattle by 1 million.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, give me Hawks.
Oh, it's personal for you. Well, it's personal for all of us, except for Thomas.
I got no problem with Seattle.
You're an Eagles fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Name 3 of their albums.
You did that joke already this episode.
No, I did not. I went in a different direction.
Oh, you did songs. Okay.
No, I didn't even do songs.
No, it was the 3 reasons why Artemi Panarin's a flyer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Check it back, producer boy.
Like 20 minutes.
Give me the Patriots. I don't care. Give me the Patriots just to be different. That's it.
All right.
I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely, if Bad Bunny wasn't doing halftime, I don't know if I'd watch. I really don't. It's 2 teams I could really care less about.
We're gonna get slammed like Zach did for talking.
Oh,
about Bad
screw it! If Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican, dude, it's American.
I'm looking forward to his show, and I'm looking forward to Green Day's set. They're playing like
that'd be fun. Green Day playing.
Green Day is playing like
that's going to be more of a problem than Bad Bunny.
I was going to say
most people don't realize it.
I was going to say if you think Bad Bunny is going to be an issue, wait till Green Day's pregame. That's going to be woohoo! Yeah, they didn't write an entire album about George Bush. No big deal there. Yeah, literally called American Idiot. That was fun. I love George Bush, dude. Come on, George is a baseball guy.
Watch this drive.
Did you ever watch that show, Little Bush?
I love George. I love George. All right, Jack, did you give yours Seahawks, right?
Yeah, Seahawks by 1 million.
All right, Thomas, what do you?
I got Seattle because I don't think New England's all that great.
That's fine. I'll be the odd man out on that. On that note, let's get out of here. Let's end this thing. That's paper gone. I'm Taylor Blake Ward. You can follow me at Taylor Blake Ward on socials. That's Thomas Murray. You can follow him at Thomas_L_Murray. That's Jack Janes. You can follow him at Jack Janes_. And we all work for the Sporting Tribune. You can check out our work at www.thesportingtribune.com. Let's call it. Let's get out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. See ya. Bye. Bye. Go away. Go. Bye. See ya.